third game is going to be live at any given moment.
Oh.
It is going to be an interesting set of one. So
Talk
you have
about
all
that.
the teams on your screens right now. I guess the Fnatic is right there.
I've just realized something. My wishes are being granted. I've got to be careful with this.
Yeah. What is going to be your wish in the next game, though?
I just want to point out like how Deadeye guys, I don't know if you guys saw them, but they're sitting on the beds, helping them
chilling.
play. That's fun, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Johnny. It is going to be on the deserted wastelands of Miramar. The plane flying overhead. We should be seeing what the path should be very, very soon. I do believe it's down from south all the way straight up north, unless I'm very much mistaken.
And it's pretty much down the center, if you think about it, because we know we have a little bit of a
beach,
water thing on the right over there. This is going to be splitting up the playing field pretty much. Yes, there we go. We have a little bit of a southwest into a northeastern direction over here, and teams, as you can see, are already dropping off. And we actually have a few players going down to the prison, which is something that, you know, you don't really see that often on such a big stage. But again, I'm pretty sure the famous, well, not just the famous, the most popular places like Picado, Hacienda, Del Patron, and El Pozo are going to be occupied by multiple teams over here. What do you think?
No, I completely agree with you. I think they're just going to go for most of the safe place, so to speak. Don't see anyone dropping to Los Leones quite yet. Picado, I do believe, is going to be Soul's playground. That's a map. That's a spot in the map. That's the school of Miramar. But I say that, and now with a circle towards the eastern side of the map, towards El Azahar, Tierra Bronco, and all these places, we shall be seeing a shift taking place pretty soon. For the time being, the Fnatic right there on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Ninja just loading up a bit. The UMPs picked up.
You know, one thing that actually confused me a couple of times is, of course, we talk about certain teams like Fnatic or Soul, and we usually associate 4 names with that team. But the thing is, what's happening now is, since we are we're getting more streamlined. I'll come to that point in just a second. Have a look at the zone they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wow.
way on the east. You even have the 2 islands on the eastern side. I don't know what you even call them, but Impala.
Have you ever been there?
That's where I always drop. I like dropping those islands because there's no one there. I loot to my heart's content and then I die. The thing is, look at the number of players down south, like towards Los Higos and towards the South Island. There's so many teams right there. Fnatic actually might have to duke it out with Team South, so we've been having a rough time so far. But I want to see who is going to be the team to go towards Impala, because Impala is ready and ripe for the picking. And I'm quite sure all these teams realize no one really gravitated towards the easternmost part. If I'm any one of these teams right now, this is when I pick up a few vehicles and just leg it to Impala, make it a fortification, because it's still in the circle and you have a lot of room to move around. You can move towards the edge, towards the beaches, and towards the cliff area. So it provides you a lot of maneuverability, and depending on where the circle goes, you still have a lot of pathways to go towards, unless the circle completely screws you and goes all the way up north towards El Azahar. But sometimes you just have to hedge your bets, right?
Yep, and the graphic on your screen right now, which is something that is new, gives you an idea of exactly where everyone is, and I'm sure a lot of people at home are going to be speculating as to what is going to happen and, you know, what they would have done in the same situation, which obviously, you know, I mean, we all wish we were up there playing with and against all these big boys. But wait a second, INES has already lost a member. Evil Eye has come to do his injuries. Ooh. It's already started. Sniper action has already started.
Missed by a whisker. That's a lovely sniper rifle to have early in the game. Yeah, one smack in
with
the
an
head.
8x.
Love to see it. But they have lost a player. INES have been having... they are the Bangladeshi team, if I'm not mistaken. And they've been having a rough time so far, man. They're the one Bangladeshi team who've made their way through the South Asia qualifiers alongside the 5 teams from Nepal. And now, of course, once again, switching over to the winners.
I like this over here right now. Aman has been subbed out by Regaltos in this game. It's going to be Mortal, Viper, Sangwan, and Regaltos leading the charge, so to speak, for Team Soul, which is exactly the point I wanted to make earlier. But, you know, I mean, the thing is that we're used to, you know, associating Team Soul with 4 players. Regaltos, Viper, Mortal, and, you know, a couple of others. We've got Sangwan, we've got Aman. Interesting fact, of course, we all know Mortal. He's one of the biggest influences in the country, but Aman actually joined Seoul after the PMCO 2019 Fall Split Global Finals, where he was actually playing against the other big boys Entity Gaming, which is, I mean, talking about doing your homework and getting in the heads of your opponents, is that like, I mean, when you're trained from one team's point of view and you shift and you suddenly are, you find yourselves on the opposing side, does all the knowledge that you've learned with your previous team or whatever, does that come into play?
Well, yes and no. If it's a very recent thing, obviously there will be. If there's a very recent thing, obviously there will be the fact that you will have an understanding of how your previous team worked. But after a little bit of time has elapsed, as long as your older team is not stagnant with the way they approach the game, it can actually be counterintuitive. It can actually work against your favor. You might be expecting your older team to play the way you expect them to, and then suddenly they throw you a curveball and you get screwed. But for right now, though, still very, very, very early days. We do have Jonathan, the man himself. I love watching Jonathan play, dude. I think he's one of the... You have all these big names, and Jonathan just somehow, right, he quietly is just this beast who just dismantles every single one. And of course
And you know one thing I like about Jonathan? His humility.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. And
Yep.
don't get me wrong, I like trash talkers. I love trash talkers. I like people who are just willing to, you know what, we're just going to school you with the server, boy. I like that. At the same time, I also like some of those quiet guys who just don't say anything and instead they just dismantle you in the server. That being said, hold on. Circle is finally moving in, and we can see an exodus of people all the way from the western side of the map. I say that, but Synergy, they're still on Minas Del's...
Wait, there's somebody at prison still? Oh,
they're
yeah.
still in prison, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's not going to take too much of damage, but they are quite a distance away.
Maybe they didn't find what they were looking for. I mean, it is a prison. You don't really have a lot of, things just lying around because they want to control that and keep that in check, especially weapons. I'm sure you'll find a lot of health meds and all those kind of items in the prison, but weapons, I'm pretty sure, the whole point is to get those guys away from those weapons. I don't know, I'm just trying to make a lame joke, and while I'm doing that, oh my goodness, he does go down. Roach goes down. He thought that he was just chilling in the desert, and ride his bike.
You know what?
Take it easy.
You know what? I'm going to be a little biased here. I'm going to start cheering for Celts.
All right, let's do this.
They've had such a bad time.
Well, it's changing now for them. These guys are going on the offensive. They do get a kill to their names, and Roach, unfortunately, is the first member to fall from VSG Crawlers. An interesting story about Crawlers? We were talking about Seoul Sangwon earlier. So now we all know the Crawlers and the Brawlers, they're sister clans, right? And all of Seoul, Crawlers, Brawlers, everyone is basically one big family.
Absolutely.
So we've got representation on multiple fronts over here.
I actually have a question for you. And meanwhile, by the way, if you look at the minimap, Sirvi from Synergy is still towards prison. Something is wrong there. Has he died or something? Anyway, hold on to a thought. There's a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a skirmish taking place here in the moment. Ooh.
Is he trapped? Is this going to be a good one? Just a little too short.
But now he knows where it is. And now he's got to make a move, because the next one is not going to miss its mark, right? Question for you, quick one, XP. This new thing I've noticed right now of teams having... Oh, he's done for. He's done for. He's done for. But his teams having the 5-man rosters, you see a lot of the top teams especially having this, right? Do you think it's a new meta? Do you think this is how it's going to be for the rest, for... In the near future at the very least? Or do you think it's just kind of like a trend that's not going to last?
I think I would have to go with your new meta analysis over here, because see, the thing is, you got to be versatile. You can't always show up with the same game set, the same... wait a second. I just thought I'm going to see a little bit more action. I think we have the boys from Marcus Gaming. These guys are going to get trapped. Max Kosh is going to get trapped between the boys from... Team 10, that is Team Tamilas, and guess what? He did make it out. Hype losing a member. Charlie has gone down. He is out of this game, and Max Kosh, like I said, does get taken out by the boys from Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas a bit on the offensive over here.
You'd love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't been offensive so far, but they've got those consistent placements, and now is the time for them to start taking the fight to their opponents. They start racking up those kills, because now we know they know how to play the zone properly. They know how to time the rotations and play the circle and whatnot. They have impressed me with the way how consistent they are, and those are some beautiful shots coming out from the dude, the big Lebowski himself. But he doesn't quite get the kill, the drop yet. And the problem is, there is another player in the vicinity who is hearing all these shots. That is a player from team number 10. I do believe they need to make a move here. Strider needs to heal up. The circle is starting to do quite a bit of damage now as it does continue to shrink further and further. Still, not many casualties.
Check it out. A member of Synergy is really close to hype. What's happening over there? I told you there's no AWM. So guys, if you're expecting an AWM, I'm telling you, you are not going to see it in this game.
Yeah. Well, that that M24 is doing a lot of damage though.
Yeah, I mean the M24 is always has been one of those golden guns. I mean, it sounds. I mean, a suppressed M24. I don't think anything gets better than that. But we have the boys from Team 6. That's Marcos Gaming under fire, and you can have a look at the players down there. Everyone is concentrating hard on their devices. Everyone's ooh, that was a good shot.
Get wrecked.
That was a headshot, if I'm not wrong, with the M24.
That was beautiful. That was just pristine on the dome. Boom, headshot. Thank you very much. And we can see the players playing right there. It's a little blurry, obviously, because connectivity differs from place to place. I like this. I like the team cams coming in. That's Team Synergy at the bottom left.
That's a nice setup over there.
That's a pretty cool setup. Cozy, nice. You know, gaming chairs and nice mouse mats and all of that.
I think
Good
the
stuff.
lighting kind of adds to the ambience, and it kind of gets you into the
Yeah,
groove.
it's red like the blood of their enemies.
There you go. That's what they see. They see it won't be black or anything because that means you're dead. But I like that. That's actually a good way to think about it. But we were talking about the boys from Marcos Gaming earlier. An interesting fact from you. Formerly, these guys were known as Z Gaming, and they've been one of the most dominant teams out in the region. And boy, oh boy, did they mass up a lot of kills. I think 29 kills in one game in the fall split.
That's ludicrous.
That is insane.
They haven't really lived up to it so far. Oh, MK14.
I told
So
you.
we'll find it. Yeah, no arm so far. You are a crystal ball in human form.
There is some
XP.
voodoo going on over here.
After we're done with the day, can we talk stuff about?
I think we need to discuss
some things. Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
sure.
So Soul will of course pick up this. It's gonna be Sangwon with the drop, and that is a gun. I love the sound of that gun. I know it's not everyone's favorite gun compared to, let's say, the ARM or the M24, but I do really
Let me
enjoy
give
watching
you
it.
a couple of facts about Sangwon. So Sangwon has been one of the pioneers, so to speak, for the brawlers and the crawlers. I mean, he's been one of the oldest members.
Yeah, I've heard his name forever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
from right from the beginning, from the PMIS last year, he has been a part and parcel of that team.
Hold on to that
And-
thought.
okay.
I'm so sorry to stop you right there. Look at the circle. We should be showing the circle very quickly for you guys, hopefully. TSM are again in the center of the circle. They
Are you serious?
I don't know how to do it. Like, yeah, you can see the circle.
So
Again,
prediction.
smack center. They're cheating.
I'm telling you,
I'm telling you, they're cheating.
something.
They're so cheating right now.
Shh.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
They're just the way they play the odds. They're always on they're not in the periphery. They always play towards the central
Right.
part of the circle, and also they find the compounds in right time. Hold on to the thought. A lot of damage being dealt out, and it is of course going to be team number 18, Orange Rock.
This is the point I was going to bring up right now. Orange Rock, up on an Orange Rock, so to speak, right now. The highest point in the game at this very moment. Very advantageous unless the zone plays spoil sport, and then, when you have to come down, it's going to be a very tricky situation. But the boys from TSM under heavy fire.
They're good though. They don't need to budge. And the thing is, for Orange Rock to go in for the kill, they have to go down that cliff face, and that's going to make them sitting ducks. So right now, it is a stalemate, but TSM don't have to do anything.
Ducks are kind of oranges too, right? They do have orange builds. I don't know, I'm just seeing a lot of...
Do they?
Yeah. It's not yellow, I know you're thinking
It's
yellow.
yellowish.
It's orange. All right, we're going to have to know
don't know,
that
man.
in the chat section right now. Guys, can you please let us know what's the color of a duck's bill? The correct answer
It's
will
yellow.
have amazing satisfaction.
It's yellow.
I think it is yellow. Okay,
yeah.
I messed up. I'm trying to
Are you
make
alright,
it sound
man?
for me right now, but hey man, it's Orange Rock I'm talking about, so Anyway, Orange Rock sitting high and mighty up there, raining down death, but TSM, they still have a lot of cover. Let's not take that away. Their vehicles are pretty much done for.
That mesa where Orange Rock is sitting on, that's such a good spot. They have complete 360 view, and because it's a mesa, it's kind of like a plateau where it's got a flat top over there. That means that there are certain places on that spot that they won't really get, where they can take cover, basically.
One thing I like about PUBG Mobile,
Go on.
it's teaching me a lot more than just the game. I'm learning about geography. I mean, I never knew that's what you call it. What's a plateau? You know, please tell me that later. I'm not sure, but
A
anyway.
plateau, a mess. Hey, yeah, that's the thing.
And-
Video games teach you things.
Oh my goodness, Viper taking down a few shots over here. He does manage to knock a member of Synergy. Synergy realizes that the enemy is right at their heels, returning fire.
Well, we have the split screen Sirvi now. He's managed to make his way all the way from the blue. He's got it knocked down. And this is a brutal battle indeed. Soul and Synergy, the top two teams from the previous game. And Synergy is looking to get their vengeance on Soul. This is complete utter chaos right now. Knocks happening left, right, and center. Mortal using the tree, trying to cover his teammates. He gets another knockdown. But it's now Schreider is going to be pushing him into question. Schreider far from where the action's happening. He's trying to get a drop onto Mortal. Spots him out. Mortal's taken out. That's it. Is that it? Soul have been wiped out of the server. They are going to be team number 15, and Synergy keep all four alive as well. That is such a statement by Synergy. But I hold on to that. In all that action, a lot of noise being made, and INS are aware that they know that someone has taken a lot of damage, and INS coming in for the kill like vultures in the African savannah.
Well, that is an amazing analogy. That is exactly what's happening. One good grenade could have ended it all for Synergy, but I think what Schreider is doing right now, he's doing the right thing. He's getting a different angle on the opponents, because I think the boys from INES, I beg your pardon, they are going to be focused on the smoke screen. Of course, you know, they don't want the opponents to revive themselves and, you know, get out on the offensive. But with 3 men, they are still taking the fight to the enemy, laying down a lot of fire. There goes the vehicle. And SG is still in it. They do have this range. See, that's the thing about Miramar. You have a... Wait a second, that's a good molly. Is that going to do any damage? Ooh. That was very close. From this angle, it almost looks like the boys from INES are going to burn to bits. But Blair, now this is interesting. Look, oh my goodness, Servi is going down in the vehicles. They just have one vehicle left. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
There's a lot of bullets. I think they made it.
Yeah, but you know, these guys are firing. Oh, they do have the Jeep. That's it. Okay, that's what I was worried about. I'm like, are they wasting time right now? But
listen, man. Like, okay, map, please. Oh, please, observer, show us a map right now. How do TSM do it? The circle's moved again.
Okay.
And they're again in the middle of the circle. It's like they literally somehow like transport themselves. Are they like 4 night crawlers or something from the X-Men, you know, universe? Like, what is going on? Their positioning and their rotation is just the best I've seen so far in this tournament.
I guess we can just rule one thing out. Zone prediction is not a myth, because they're doing something right. They have some formula written down in one of their secret diaries, which I think we need to get a hold on. And right over here, Hype 49 gets knocked out by Kratos. Team IND finally rising up to the occasion, and they do manage to get a couple of kills, if I'm not wrong. And we join Fnatic over here, and as soon as we join them, we see OS is already knocked down, and the boys from Synergy are pushing up on their spot. They want that compound. Now this is going to be a bit of a skirmish. Servi taking some damage. Strider is helping his teammate get back up, and during that time, Ash actually finishes 2 members of PSG. That is going to be a catastrophic blow to these guys. And over here, Ash does do that. And that is it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Synergy, I beg your pardon. Yes, Synergy is out of this game right now. They've been knocked out.
They have been knocked out indeed. And that is pretty rough.
That is rough. And yeah, everybody's still spread out quite a bit. I'm pretty sure as soon as this zone changes, we will have the map coming up, which is going to be interesting. Like you mentioned that, you know, TSM still has a good command of the zone, so to speak. That's what it's all about. I mean, you know, you've got to be able to adapt to all the situations. And talking about that, let's have a look at the map, ladies and gentlemen. The boys from TSM pretty much still very well set up. And Z-God on the way to the side, separated by quite a distance. I wonder how he's going to make it back to his teammates, because he has VSG crawlers, and oh my goodness, play. Z-God is separated by his teammates by about 500-600 meters. He is still picking a fight with his entire team.
Because there's a god in his name.
Oh,
he is the god of death. He is the god of war, and he is on a war path right now, just taking people left, right, and center. UMumba joins the party, but Ninja, the Car 98, he knocks on Mavi from Orange Rock. so far away, but that's not with an 8x is going to be a problem. Indeed, Ninja is definitely being a thorn, a massive thorn in the side of Orange Rock. They are forced to take cover. They do have the cover. They do have the cover of that cliff, of that you know, little bit of a hill over there. As I say that, meanwhile, Celt's getting pushed up by John Mara. John Mara, who had a pretty high placing in the first game. They didn't have a great second game, though. This could be the opportunity to knock out a team. Celts have been having a rough time. This is the best showing so far, as they do have a little bit of, you know, what's happening right now. Fnatic, all four alive. IND, all four alive. Megastars as well. But here comes a push coming in from John Mara. One player on the ground, crawling around, and he is done for and dusted. Team IND's Kratos now joining the party.
Team IND,
very quiet
surprised
so
to
far.
see them right now that they're still a 4-man squad, because I'm pretty sure in the last few games, especially in Sanhok, they lost 2 members. The moment their feet touch the ground, and right over here, we have a battle happening in the blue. Everyone is still pretty much... now this is interesting. See, now the zone is such that you literally have a giant gaping valley, and just people are going to fall like dominoes right now. Everyone is going to get knocked from every single direction. It's pure pandemonium.
It is pure pandemonium, and Orange Rock getting knocked out, as we say, man. Kratos, the god of war, on a rampage. 3 kills for him. Ninja is dominating as well. And yeah, finally, Fnatic. They're looking pretty solid at the moment. They have 7 points, by the way. They have 7 kills and 7 points, and they're looking very solid at the moment. All four players alive and very healthy indeed. And what was that shot? Where did that even come from?
Deadeye guys, not bad. They have 5 kills to their names. Remember, they are part of Group D, the group of death.
Yes, that is a group
as
of death.
we've been calling them. And I think they've had a very nice show up until this point. VSG Crawl, Evo wanted to take a little bit of a... Wait a second. Is he going to make it? I think he is going to make it. He just ran over the other side of the mountain. He will survive. And you were talking about this earlier, Blade. Team Tamilas, these guys are really rising up to the occasion. They do have 2 members.
Tied with, yeah, they do have 2 members. That is the only, like, you know, the caveat to their rise here. But yeah, they've impressed me. They've just been quietly so very consistent. And this is an opportunity for Entity to solidify the lead here. They have, I think, at least 3 players alive, or maybe all 4. I'm not too sure about that at the moment. Hold on, let me check that for you.
And just as I said that, they have been eliminated. We are down to the last 5 teams, ladies and gentlemen, and have a look at that. Fnatic is still a 4-man squad. That is going to be, well, very important, you know, going into the last couple of circles, because I'm pretty sure these guys are riding high on confidence right now.
And the high ground advantage that
There you
Oasis
go.
and Ash have, the 2 guys way on top. They have cover as well. Even if the 2 players are down over there, it's okay. They're split equally, and they're in such a good spot to win this entire thing. But I will not count out TSM Entity. They still are smack in the center of the circle. Fnatic have to move. They are not in safety yet.
They are in the center, but I don't really see a lot happening from them right now, because, again, you know, they have a lot of fronts to basically take care of. They are getting shot at from each and every single direction. I want to talk about one thing, tactically speaking, about Fnatic. The way they've been spread out over that compound warehouse. And oh my goodness, Scout just messed up a little bit and just knocked his own teammate out. I wonder if that is going to come and bite them in the backside later on. But I'm pretty sure they should get that revive, and Clutch God making cover for themselves right now.
And Snacks is joining the party. He's like, yummy, yum, yum. I'm going to eat these, gobble these people up. Fnatic, Clutch God. He is living up to his name. He's being so clutch at the moment. And I say that, though, and Scout has taken him down, and TSM Entity will have to bid goodbye to this match. They will go out in the 5th place after getting just 2 kills. Fnatic definitely in the running. But let's not forget one thing. UMumba, who have had a terrible couple of games, have now risen to the top. They are still on the top yet. They have 3 players alive, and they have 5 points. Fnatic looking strong. If they get the res on one of their teammates, that could be it. So lucky to stay alive.
How is he alive? That's a good name. That's a very good grenade. And oh, just a little bit too long. Ultron might survive that, but you know, there's something different. A UMP is being used right now.
That's it.
Which is, we don't really see that in the last few circles, and we are down to the last 3 teams.
It's a 3v3v2 if I'm not very much mistaken here. UMumba have 3 players live. There's a player knocked on. Fnatic 2, IND on 2 players as well. Fnatic, can they get their first win here? They have been struggling the first 2 games, but this could be their opportunity. And we said it as well. Fnatic or Orange Rock, one of them is going to have a good map here. And it looks like Fnatic are looking good. However, man advantage still with UMumba. They have the one player who has yet
he's
to be
back up.
rezzed.
He's back up.
He's back up. He's back up. So 3v2v2 has to favor UMumba at the moment.
Right now, UMumba is in the best position because they just have one direction to look at. The boys from IND and Fnatic have to be, constantly keeping a check on both fronts. And while I talk about both fronts, they have gone up against each other, and Fnatic comes out on top. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to a 3v2 situation. 2 teams remaining. Scout and his teammate Ninja, against all odds, have made it to the last 2 with an impressive 10 kills. And Mumba as well. I'm so sorry I've butchered the name right now. But these guys, I think if they just hold their heads, they hold their cool, they might just pull off a major upset.
I'm not very sure why UMumba is pushing the matter here. Maybe the outer circle, yeah, the outer circle, they got to push it here. And it's going to be Pleb getting spotted out. Scout just healing, using first aid kit. He's got a few seconds to work with here. 2 more seconds. He's got to heal right now. He needs teammate, needs help.
Oh my
and
goodness.
It's all on Scout right now. 1v3, teammate down, and he gets knocked out.
Wow.
UMumba, I'm sorry, are going to take their first win. They do it
Wow.
with a pretty impressive 10 kills as well. 10 kills to Fnatic too. Fnatic unfortunately not getting the first place for their fans, but UMumba, what a meteoric rise considering they had a very rough couple of games earlier.